down. Nope. I should go up. Cause this is broken. That's definitely broken. Okay, let's go back up. Bookshelves are really heavy. Like, books are really heavy. You can't push a full bookshelf like that. What's going on? Boarded up window? Nope. What do I have in the inventory? That's interesting. Apparently got a memory decipher.
And so, if you use the key we just made to decode the message...
And an angel! I got it!
There you go. You'll be a cryptologist in no time.
Oh!
I'm gonna write your name in code, Uncle Javi.
Oh, we have a code. Cool. I know that code too. Like you have the grid, the hash grid, and then you have the X. And then each shape. So let's say you have a... I'm not gonna describe it. The game's probably gonna describe it later on anyway. But I know that... Are you serious? Alright, we have to walk back down. Yeah, I know how the code works. Like you have a square because you know the hash thing, like the tic-tac-toe grid. If you have a square and a dot, it means that it corresponds to the middle square of the grid. Whereas if you have like a C shape, then it's like the right middle of the pounding stopped. So you know how does that make any sense? I actually have to draw the code. Probably. Go. Inventory mechanism. Alright, wind it. Wind it. Really? Alright, go. Move. Actually, should I take the handle? I should take the handle, right? Okay, never mind. I'm not taking the handle. How can it be locked? Broken window. Inventory, broken window. The shard of glass is loose? What? Maybe I should have...
Help!
Don't yell, he knows you're here. Use the glass on the rope. Wait, I have to... How do I... Wow, I have to do this manually. Wow. Are you kidding me? Pwned.
Anna!
Ed! Detective!
We're gonna get you out of here. Come on, let's go.
How did they know? What just happened? How did they know?
Are you okay?
No.
I will be. Thanks. Who was that man? And why was he chasing me?
I don't know, but listen, we need to get rid of him.
I don't see anybody. If someone was following us, we must have lost them.
Well, that's something at least. We're going to stay here for a little while, figure out what to do. You're safe with me, Anna.
Look, I'll just go and call this into the station. We can dust your apartment, figure out who that scumbag was.
No.
Ed,
Anna, the note we found in your uncle's journal...
What? What note? What are you not telling me?
Anna...
Maybe we should trust him, Ed.
What note?
It's up to you.
Trust him.
I think we should trust him.
Thank you. Now, will someone tell me what's going on?
I'm sorry we were keeping you out of the loop, Detective, but we had to.
You had to, huh?
We found this note from my uncle.
And you thought this meant me?
We couldn't be sure. Look, that explosion in the lab was no accident. Dr. Morales was working on a powerful new technology, and someone used his own technology to kill him. If Dr. Morales has a vault somewhere with more of this technology contained inside, we need to secure it before anyone else can get to it.
I really should report this.
No, you can't do that. If Morales was right, and someone on the force was after him...
Please, Detective, just give us 24 hours. Help us.
Surely you've broken a few regulations in your time.
Well, you got me there. 24 hours. No more secrets.
Deal.
Good, because I got a couple questions need answering.
Ask away.
Okay.
You'd better tell us what all the hubbub is about. What did Morales create?
I'll show you.
Ooh.
Using the lab's super collider, Dr. Morales discovered a new type of twin particle. The particle always comes in pairs, a positive and a negative, yin and yang. Bound together, they form the substructure of the electron. These two particles actually occupy the same space by vibrating through space-time. We call this vibration resonance.
Let's, pretend that all made sense. What's the big deal?
The big deal isn't knowing that these particles exist, it's in what you can do with them. Dr. Morales was designing resonance devices that could neutralize the effect of resonance, allowing you to separate the twin particles. Two particles, two devices. You can place these devices some distance apart and then release the particles trapped inside. The particles instantly snap back together, collide in the exact center, and release a large amount of energy. Anything within a certain area of effect is completely pulverized at an atomic level. The further you pull the particles apart before disabling the devices, the larger the area of effect. In fact, Dr. Morales and I developed a precise formula predicting the inverse relationship.
All right. So you take two devices, separate them, and when you shut them off, whatever's in the middle goes boom.
Well, yeah.
You could have just said that. So what's in this vault?
I didn't even know of its existence until earlier today, so I can't be sure.
Wait, there's a
But
guy
I'm
there.
guessing it's a repository of all his research into
There's a
resonance
guy
particles,
here.
including his designs for the resonance devices used to separate them. Maybe even prototypes. Whatever is in it, it's dangerous in the wrong hands. And now that Dr. Morales is dead, it's just out there waiting to be found. But we're gonna be the ones to find it.
There's a guy standing right there. Look at him, look at him. You can see him, right? There's the black guy. I don't think we're giving away anything that the enemy doesn't already know. Like, whoever's looking for this, they know this already, right? Because they've used the resonance device to kill Morales. And we don't know any more about the vault than they do, I don't think. Actually, no, do they know there's a vault? Oh, never mind.
So what you're saying now
There's
is
a guy
that the explosion in
right
Morales' lab was not an accident.
The way that hole was cut out of the lab, it had to be a resonance weapon. But Dr. Morales couldn't have caused it himself. An event of that size would require two very precisely placed devices miles apart with the lab in the center. This was no accident.
There's a guy standing there, by the way. Hey, you three, there's a guy right there.
So what would a resonance weapon look like?
Dr. Morales was designing these resonance devices for peaceful applications, but weaponizing them would be fairly simple. The devices would be pretty small, Softball size, maybe. By placing a device on either side of a target, calculating the distance required to achieve the intended area of effect, and synchronizing their release with some kind of radio detonator.
Or cell phone.
Sure, or a cell phone.
You could take out anything you wanted to. So I could place resonance devices, say, in a doorway, and vaporize someone's heart as they walk through.
Well, it's not technically vaporizing.
Or pull them farther away and erase the whole building from existence.
I suppose.
If I mounted these things on planes or satellites, just how big could you make this blast?
There's no theoretical limit.
My God.
So this vault has to be destroyed.
What? No!
Unlimited destructive power. Are you kidding me?
No, that's only if the technology is used incorrectly. Anna, your uncle wanted these resonance particles to bring about a new age of peace and human prosperity. Imagine it. Unlimited clean energy, faster than light travel, instant communication over unlimited distances. This was your uncle's dream. You can't let that die.
No, I'm not gonna let you put this woman in danger. Or did you already forget that someone tried to kill her tonight?
Enough! All this talk is pointless unless we find the vault before the people who killed my uncle do. My uncle left this task to me with his last words. So whether we destroy the vault or make sure the research gets into the right hands, the choice is mine. Is there a problem with that?
Yeah, there's a problem. There's a
Good.
guy standing there.
Now, Ed, how do we find this vault?
Well, my best guess is...
Shut up. Get behind me. Come on out. Hands where I can see them.
Okay, okay. Don't shoot. I'm coming out.
I told you someone was following us.
Who are you?
My name is Ray. Ray Abbott. I was just walking through the park.
Is he with them?
With who? I swear, I'm alone.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute, can I...
You walked by us in the hospital. Were you listening to us there too?
Okay, look, I'm a journalist. The Abbott Post, online. I was at the hospital working on another story, and I heard the two of you talking about this vault and how the police may be involved. I smelled the story, so I followed you guys.
Ray Abbott. I've seen his picture in the news. You're the guy who wrote that story about the vice president.
One and the same.
Great, a fucking blogger.
Investigative journalist. I want to help you.
No, no more people. It was supposed to just be Anna and me.
Well, I guess if I can't stick around, I could just run with what I've got so far.
You son of a bitch.
Look, you don't know it, but you need me.
Yeah, right.
You need information, right? Well, that's my bread and butter. I have contacts. People who live under the radar. You need to know something, they can get it.
Crooks, you mean?
I've exposed more bad guys than you ever will.
Now look here.
No, he's right. We need his help.
You sure?
Yes. And if there is corruption in the police force, we could use his blog to help expose it.
It's not a blog. It's a reputable news source.
I swear to God, if you step out of line...
I get it. You can trust me.
The day I trust a muckraker like you.
Guys, we're not gonna get anything done tonight.
There's a motel on the corner. Let's cool off, get some rest, and think about our next move. We'll regroup right here in the morning.
Agreed.
Alright then. What do you... Just drop something. The reporter is following you, so if
Hey,
the reporter is following you, get rid of him.
give that back. That's none of your business.
Are you serious? Are you serious? We couldn't trust him after all, or what? No, that
Alright,
has
let's
to be
go
it.
over this plan. Ed?
To find and open Dr. Morales' vault, we need three things. One, the vault is most likely hidden somewhere inside Juno Laboratories. My guess is it's in one of the many underground tunnels. So, we'll need a blueprint of the lab.
Blueprints of all major buildings are on file in the city archives, which is in the police administration building.
Cool.
Two, even with the blueprints, we're going to need some kind of information on the vault to help us figure out exactly where in the lab it might be.
Jimmy Olsen?
It's simple, Detective. We follow the money. Somebody had to build this vault, and it probably didn't come cheap. I have a contact at the National Credit Service. He can get anyone's financial transaction history. If we can find the guy who sold Morales the vault, maybe they can help us find it.
Okay.
And 3, we need to figure out how to open the vault. Anna, that part's up to you.
My uncle's last words were, "Your uncle holds the key." Besides Javi, I only had one other uncle. He's buried near my parents in All Saints Cemetery. There may be a clue about this key there. But, Ed, I'd like you to come with me.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready to go. Alright, we'll split up. Remember, no talking to police, and no posting stories on your blog.
It's not a blog.
Good luck, everyone, and thank you.
Wow. We have to control all 4 of them. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Let's see, 100 and... how many points were there? 340, 142. So we're not quite half...
Detective Bennett, if we find the guy who killed Uncle Javi, what happens?
Simple. We nab him, tag him, and bag him.
Even if we don't have proof.
Just let me worry about that.
Alright, I think I'll save the game here, and when we come back we'll do stuff, I guess. The game's turning out to be...
So Anna, you handled yourself pretty well on that fire escape.
You think so? I was scared out of my mind.
Of course you were, but you didn't let it control you. You'd make a good cop.
Huh, seriously?
Sure. Haven't you ever wanted to put the holes in the bad guys instead of patching them up?
I have to admit it's tempting, but no, I'm happy where I am.
Okay, shut up. Alright, I guess when we come back we will continue with this game. We're not quite halfway through. Okay, the story is now starting to become interesting. Like, in the first part wasn't too good. The puzzles are okay, except for that maze part. That maze part was terrible. Mazes are always terrible. Don't do them. Unless it's something special. Just a maze, no. It has to be something else, something more than that. It's a decent game so far. It's a decent game. Like, the first part, like the first hour was not interesting. Maybe they could have done something more with that, because you know the thing with games is you want to draw people in right from the start. You don't want to have the player go through an hour of gameplay before the game starts being interesting, because then you might lose a lot of players by then. Anyway, yeah, when we come back we'll keep going with the story.